Okay, so Wabaiya Kariuki is Miss Universe Kenya.
Fast things fast.
Yeah, so I'm an actuarial science major. I just finished. But on top of that, I also sing and I'm a model as well. So I do a little bit of everything. Yeah, so that's Wabaiya.
Well, that's interesting. One thing that stands out about you, 22 seems to be your lucky number.
Yeah.
You know, and it is relatively a young age. And getting this title, Miss Universe Kenya 2018, there might be some changes that came with it. Talk about friends, talk about your social status. Are you a celebrity right now?
Well, not really a celebrity. I don't like to call myself a celebrity,
Okay.
but for sure, like my DMs, my WhatsApp, it's like it's flooding. My phone's been hanging, but it's good. It's good things. People are just texting me congratulatory messages and just nice things. How is it going? What's next for you? Just beautiful things. Yeah.
Well, perhaps let's talk about the challenge that comes with this particular title. You know,
Okay.
you're Miss Universe 2018. You're supposed to represent Kenya in the competitions.
Yeah.
Does this get a little bit too much at times? I know it's only been 6 days since you were crowned, but is it so far so good?
So far, so good. Now I know I have to make sure I don't do anything that would taint Miss Universe Kenya, and even just Kenya generally, because the world is watching. Even people from the Philippines, people from Venezuela, people from everywhere, they can see. So I have to put up a good image for my country and for just the franchise, Miss Universe Kenya.
Speaking about a good image, they say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, you know. But what is beauty according to Wabaiya Kariuki, or can I call you Wabzi?
Where'd you hear that from?
Okay.
Well, for me, beauty is an inside thing more than it is an outside thing. Beauty is who you are in the heart. The kindness, the love, and everything, because that's what comes out even on your face. Because most times, even when you're happy, your face shows. Your skin looks good and all that. So I think beauty is mostly within.
It's mostly within.
Yes.
Let's take you back to the competition, of course. It was a defining moment in your life, I must say. But what was the most challenging part of that particular competition? I know there were equally beautiful ladies up there and perhaps people who had prepared for it for longer. You know, all the nitty-gritty details that go with that. But what was the most challenging part in this particular competition?
Well, the girls I was competing with, they were all so smart. They all had such great stories. So every time I kept thinking, this girl deserves it. Then now I kept thinking, another girl deserves it. So I wanted all of us to win, if it were possible. So it was a challenge for me, even at the end, to not be like, congratulations to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, because this I felt was for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how was the moment when they called out your name? You know, I've watched a couple of pageants before, and it's usually teary for some. Others can't believe, you know, they're looking at what number, is it me, you know? How was it for you?
First of all, the national director, Irene Odera, she was the one who was announcing. So she takes her time, and now we're all just, I'm shaking.
Exactly.
So I'm just like, okay, Irene, please just say the answer. And then when she mentioned my name, I broke down immediately because I was like, what? Did I really? It was such a, I don't know, because even the girl who was first runner up, Michelle Opio, she was so good and she was so relaxed at that moment. So I was like, did she call my name or did she call Michelle? Yeah, so I cried like a baby. It was a big deal.
Random question, why modeling? Because you mentioned you're an actuarial science major, fourth year. Why modeling?
Well, when I was younger, a lot of the people used to see me and call me Miss Kenya. Yeah, my aunties. And then because of my stature, everyone used to say, you should try modeling. And from back then, when I was in primary, when I was in high school, when we had talent shows where we had to to do a fashion show, I would always be asked to do it. So in university, I was looking for a side hustle. And I was like, why not? It wouldn't take much of my time. I would still get time to study and stuff. So I was like, this is a great opportunity. And then it kept growing. So it was a good idea to start.
Well, that's very interesting. Now, Miss Universe 2018 will be the 67th Miss Universe pageant, which will be held on December 17th, 2018 in Thailand. Are you looking forward to it? Because this is something that has been going on for quite a while. Talk about Kenya being represented in this particular competition.
Yeah.
What makes you different?
What makes me different?
Yes.
I think my personality. I want to learn so much, and even the attitude that I'm going to Thailand with is to learn. It's a learning attitude. I'm going to be with about 100 girls from everywhere in the world, and there's a lot to learn from each and every one of them. If I get a chance to speak to all of them, that's going to be interesting, because culture and just beliefs and everything. So that's what I would say makes me different. Okay. I just want to learn, and I want to have fun. I want to always remember this later on and tell my children that I did this.
Well,
so.
That's amazing. Speaking of learning, I now want to teach you a little bit of what we do on this other side of the studio.
Okay.
Doing news, presenting news. Let's see how good you are. We'll use that camera right there.
Okay.
We have a story. Feel free to do it in the best way possible. Imagine you're catwalking. You are competing in Miss Universe 2018 in Thailand. The floor is yours.
All right. I'll take notes from you.
Okay.
So I just start?
Yeah, just start.
Okay. Villagers in Magumu area, Kinangop Nyandarua County, are still in shock after the man they thought they had buried reappeared 2 days after his burial. 21-year-old Paul Gicheche presented himself to the police to confirm that indeed he was still alive. Although his family supposedly buried him on Tuesday, Mark Namaswa with that story.
Thursday evening, villagers throng Magumu police station in Nyandarua County. The person of interest here is one Paul Gisheshe, a dead man they thought now has come back to life. It is barely 2 days since they buried this man, and some in the crowd can be spotted carrying the funeral program. Paul gives an account of his movements, yet his relatives believed he was dead and gone.
Nilitoka hapa nikaenda Longonot. Pahali hata kukukuwa na pahali unaweza sikiza ama kwa TV ama kwa radio.
When Paul returned from what villagers believed was from the dead, even the first people to spot him initially stood at a safe distance.
Kenongi nikipanda hivi, ule tulipatana na yeye kwanza akasimama mbali na mimi. Sikuwa najua lolote.
His relatives say he vanished in September. They made a report to the police. In November, 2 bodies were recovered from Ngumbi Forest along the Limuru-Maimahi route. Relatives identified one as his, and after a post-mortem test, buried him at home on Tuesday. 2 days later, the real Paul Gisheshe shows up.
Kwa na ile report ilifanywa na family ya kusema mtu yao amefariki, amepatikana, amekufa, haikuwa ya ukweli. Sasa mambo yote tumeyarudisha kwa afisa wa upelelezi DCIO hapa Kinangop.
The family now has to obtain permission from the court to exhume the body, while the police will now have an unidentified body thrust back at them for investigations. Mark Namaswa, KTN News.
All right, an interesting turn of events right there. What do you think about doing news? Would you actually change careers right now, move from actuarial science and come join us?
No, actually. This was hard.
Yeah.
I just realized after I was reading it that I was smiling, and it's not a really happy story. It's a very eerie kind of situation.
I got you.
So, yeah, those are things I would need to learn.
Yes.
Like, so I don't think I would do it. I would stick to my mathematics.
No problem. But for a first time, a mathematician, you've done quite okay.
Oh, thanks.
As we finish off, what would you want to be your legacy? What would you want Kenyans to remember Wabaiya Kariuki for, even as 2019 approaches and the next Miss Universe Kenya is selected?
Okay, well, when I was doing this, what I wanted to work on, if I got the title, was mental health. It's a big issue in Kenya and many other countries as well. But here, this is my home. So I want to do something that will help the young people who are struggling with this to get help and to not feel afraid to share. And so if this grows into something big, this is what I want people to remember me for. Yeah, because I care about the youth. I care about my age mates, the ones who are slightly older, the ones who are younger, even the ones who are significantly older and younger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick question, support system. Who actually is behind Wabaiya Kariuki? Because so much confidence, 22-year-old taking on the world, going to represent Kenya in Thailand. Support system.
Support system, I would say my family. My family plays such an integral role in just who I am. They're so loving, they're so supportive. Everything I've tried to do, they're behind me 100%. And it's my family, both on my mother's side and on my father's side. Okay. And then my best friends, yeah.
Shout out to the family and best friends, you know. But anyway, now I want to put you on the spot again. It was lovely having you. Thank you so much for making time. All the best as you actually go to represent Kenya, and all the best in making a change in mental health awareness. I want you to take us to a short break right now. You can use with this camera right here. So Usher asked to a break. This is the Friday briefing. Yeah.
Now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, this has been the Friday briefing. We'll get back to you after a break.